Me.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to User Friendly,
The friendliest podcast in the world. I thought you were going to say podcast after that.
I thought we were all saying it at the same time.
No, we were, but I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
Why didn't you? Why did you pause?
It's your boy Pablo Trees,
Squared Hill.
It's Jason.
and today we have a very special guest.
A very special guest. It's actually, funny that we're shooting today. It's International Women's Month.
Drop a bomb for the women.
Drop a bomb for the women. So we're starting off this month off with one of the most eccentric, energetic, a wonderful person, like in all ways, a creative, from a baker to a curator, not even like a curator, just like keeping shit in order. Would you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all around creative. We got Kayla here. Kayla Fake
Give it
here.
up for
Yes.
Drop a
Thanks for
bomb.
having me.
Thank you for coming on. How was your week, Kayla?
It was pretty cool.
What have you been up to?
We had family day on Saturday,
Mm.
and there was just so many little kids coming through. It was cute though.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah, we just had to. Yeah, Sunday was my only day off last week, so went to brunch and then slept the rest of the day.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Nice.
My week was pretty. It's been like normal so far. It hasn't really been like anything nuts.
You went to the gym?
These last 2 days, yes,
Nice.
I have. I've been pretty
Nice.
I
good.
could tell.
Take
Thank
me.
you.
Okay.
Like, really, hey,
You lifted me up before the podcast.
you lifted me up too.
For the people that don't know.
Yeah. Why did you guys do that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Papa
Like
asked
a
to do
little
it.
burst of
And I'm
energy.
like, I gotta follow him. But everything else has been cool. I saw Creed on Sunday.
What?
Oh.
We
how's
can talk
that?
about that. I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil it.
How-
We can talk.
What?
I mean, until the spoiling, but I saw it on Sunday. It was pretty good, but
Jason said you're not allowed to watch any movies without
Yeah.
us.
we only seen cocaine. We only seen one.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's been cool.
Nice.
So a while back, I had won like a t-shirt contest. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
So the same company that was hosting like a design the van. Like if you submit a design for the van, you get $500,
Mm.
and if it wins, then you get $2,000.
Ooh.
So I had so the deadline was last night at 11 p.m. and I turned it in at 10:58. So like I'm guaranteed that 500, but I want that too.
Yeah.
$2,000,
When you said it on Twitter, I'm like, damn, are you like in school or some shit? I didn't know what you were talking about. I'm like, did you go back to school?
I mean, it's just like a contest that you could join for some bread, and it's cool because you get like a van with your designs on it and stuff like that. There's a bunch of like contests like that out there for the people that are looking.
Did they tell you like how long you?
How
until
long?
they let you know?
No.
Wait, like an actual drivable van or like the shoe
Yeah,
van?
so-
Oh, okay.
They have like
The shoe van.
mobile care vans that go around Chicago, and they like provide healthcare for like, kids
Okay.
and stuff. And this is like the theme is asthma, so they're helping kids with asthma.
Mm.
But it looks like a tour bus. Like you're designing a tour bus basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was stressful because I literally sent it like 2 minutes before the deadline. I was like, fuck.
Oh, it's 2 minutes.
Yeah, 10:58.
Oh shit.
How was your week, Jason?
It was all right. It's pretty good. I was just relaxing pretty much the whole time. I feel like every other week is like that. And yeah, my old job asked me if I wanted to like train again for a different position, and yeah, it's really weird because it's unpaid, and I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I just feel like I'm about to just message him right now and be like, yeah, I'm not doing that actually. Just let me know when you can pay for that. So I don't know. That's
But
just
would
how
you
I feel.
respond and say that?
Huh?
Would you respond like that?
No, I was just wondering if I
Oh.
should like say something along those lines of like, hey, like I don't,
Wait, they're paying you to train to be in that position, and then
No, they're
It's
so
unpaid, right?
yeah, it's unpaid training, but he was like, yeah, tomorrow, like let's set a day and let's just like kind of train you and figure out like, what position, and you could get more into it and stuff. And I was just like, okay, cool, but it's unpaid, right? And he's like, yeah, it's unpaid for now until we get like more stuff. And I'm just like, but
right, because how long is that going to
Yeah.
be?
He said more stuff. I'm like, what does more stuff mean?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's either I do nothing or I just do that
Mhm.
one day and be like, yeah, I don't think I could keep doing that, guys. This is
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm
Like
saying?
this is a lot to ask for.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
be unpaid
Talking
until
about
who
we
knows
need
when.
more stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So that's my week. And I didn't get those, Tiffany Air Force Ones. I tried on those.
Oh.
Yeah.
They look nice.
Yeah,
I feel
cool.
like they look better in person.
Yeah.
Like
I wanted to see them in person.
the
too.
product shot that they submitted.
It's like a random.
just
It's like a normal Nike, like how you when you customize them. That's how they be looking at that shit.
Yeah, I was just like, this
That's how
is
they
Air
look.
Force by you.
Yeah.
Didn't they have like a cool packaging? Like the box was cool? Or
Well, for her.
No, it's just
Oh,
blue.
for Tiffany?
Tiffany blue.
oh, true.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special.
Damn. Yeah, they tax. But for the people that don't know, Kayla, could you describe like what you do or who you are?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm just an all around creative. I did start off like more artsy. I mean, I grew up doing graffiti. Shout out to my dad. I know he wants to listen to this.
What's your graffiti
He did graffiti
name?
too.
Yeah, so my dad writes he
Oh.
writes Kane.
Mm.
But so he's in D30. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I feel like that was really my time to really spend with him. And so like growing up, I would go to the walls with him. And it was also just like my mom would like have one less kid, you know? Like, but I would go and fill in for him. Like he taught me basically how to paint and everything. Yeah, that was really my time to like just get out of the house and go hang out with him. After that, I mean, I really got into baking. And I've always like grew up too, like baking cookies and whatnot. But like lately, within these past couple of years, I like really got into it. And the biggest one that I did was a Bad Bunny cake. And after that, I got so many DMs and I was just like,
crazy.
man, this is like too many. Like, I can't handle this.
Too many cakes to bake.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I cannot make all of these cakes.
Only got one oven.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right. But that was like the biggest one that everybody was hitting me up for. And I had made it just because my friend had asked me to do it for his girlfriend for her birthday. And I was just like, oh, yeah, that sounds fun. And then, yeah, after that, my Instagram was kind of crazy. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I cannot make all of these cakes.
No,
But,
yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, now I run Cherry Mountain Art Center. We are now a non-for-profit, and I basically just make everything happen.
Wow.
I make sure everything gets done and whatnot. Yeah, because we were Fat Tiger before. R.I.P. Fat Tiger. Got my tattoo. But
Drop a bomb for that time.
right. But yeah, ever since like we ever since Fat Tiger closed, we have just like all branched off into doing our own things. But I still stuck with Rello, and we now have an arts center, which is a non-for-profit,
dope.
and it's really exciting. And just like we're the biggest event that we're having this month is on the 31st. We're doing like a group art therapy session with Dr. Rael. She's coming in for like an hour and a half or so. And we'll just be like, it's whoever walks in, and it's our first one. So we're excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, damn.
But,
So you guys just had
Therapy.
it was just an event for the kids too.
mhm,
You guys
yeah.
just had the kids doing like
Family day.
yeah, the coloring books.
Yeah,
Oh,
we had a
shit.
coloring book, like a little reading nook. The kids were like running around
Yeah.
trying to throw the pillows at each other. I was like, hey guys. I was like,
We're still trying to sell these. or-
well, no, we were just like, it's a cement floor. Like, I'm not responsible
Yeah.
for everything that happens.
Yeah.
Like, please put everything down.
They start drawing on the walls.
But yeah, we had like easels set up and canvases that they could paint on and take home, and we ran through all of those. And then so we also had like a little movie section, which was just like a silent movie and chairs set up for them. So it was pretty cute.
Nice.
That's awesome.
For the kids.
Yeah.
Mm.
So how did you guys meet? For the people
Oh
that don't know.
wow.
Oh, that's a great question.
My first day at every now and then. I mean, it was just. I mean, I told you before that I knew who you were before. I loved you since I knew like who you were in general. But when I met you, it was like super official though. But just that every now and then, my first day, like she really like taught me. Like I had to watch her. That was my job, like to watch her like while she did everything, so she could teach me how to do it. So obviously, when she's like, you know what I'm saying, she's with Rello, like that I can do everything that she.
Yeah,
was
like in the
doing.
beginning, I was
Yeah.
when Joe had just started his own store every now and then. It was kind of just like, okay, yeah, I'm helping out where I needed to be and where help was needed. But it was just like, okay, I can't really do both at the same
Yeah,
time.
and we're low key sad too. Like I was like very sad, but also like realizing that's hella responsibility. Like you're already doing a lot of shit, but I feel like it was very natural, like from the beginning. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Life is funny, but I knew her before I knew her though, for sure.
Yeah, I was like, and then when we had gone out, I was like, I fuck with Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves him.
Oh, stop.
And then we just like ended up having so many mutuals in common too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I kind of met you through Jasmine. Shout out
Yeah.
Jasmine Vanessa.
Mhm.
We did like a little collab together, and I remember selling with her. We were like in the same booth.
Yeah. When we were like, I was at Dvork.
It's like
Mhm.
yeah. And but yeah, we haven't really had a chance to talk like that besides that one night that we were out for the Vans party. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But so how did you get into like streetwear in general? Did you just apply at Fat Tiger, or you
No, my come up is kind of a funny story. I mean, I knew about Fat Tiger way before, like when Joe was still in Pilsen, and I grew up in Pilsen, so we were always just right down the street. And then my dad would be over there, and he would just be like, "Oh, well, can you bring this from the house?" And like, so I would just walk over there. I'm like, okay. And then so how I got into, I mean, I had always like, my dad had always got me into shoes and everything, and just like I would steal his clothes, like but I really like started being into it when Joe had asked me to be his intern. I was like 6 or 18. Yeah, and it was kind of just like a life-saving moment. Like my mom had just passed, and it was just like a great distraction, but also like not just a distraction. It was just like the next step of me kind of really doing what I wanted to
like
do.
an opportunity?
Yeah. And it was just like after that, it was just like, oh, okay, like I was just like, oh, let me actually say yes to this and see where this takes me. And I'm just like a little kid. Like,
So was it
okay.
something you questioned? Like when it was offered, was like, damn,
Well, I
like,
said yes right away,
Yeah,
but I
for
was just
sure.
like, also like, I'm like, I kind of don't know what I'm doing, but because I was working at Nike and then working at the Children's Museum, and so it was kind of hectic for me.
In Navy Pier?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Children's Museum was really strict. My friend Bryant got me a job there. Shout out B. But I was like late 3 times, and they were like, yeah, that's it.
Damn.
Like they were super strict
That's
with
the
their attendance.
worst.
Yeah, and
How
I was
late?
just like, I would be like maybe 10 because I would be running over from Nike to go over
Yeah.
there, and I would be maybe 10 minutes late
Oh,
max.
hell
But I was
nah.
just like, man.
That's fucked up because you know how hard it is to get to Navy Pier, and especially if you're driving, you gotta park. And
Well, I was just like taking the bus or
Even
walking
then,
over.
hell
Yeah,
no.
I was just like, it was
Nothing
just
was
so.
needed.
I had to like
Yo.
leave Nike early to try to go make it over
Right.
there, and I was like, man, this
The
is
whole
too much
mission
for
just
me.
Do you ever be so late that you just say like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take my time now? Like, I did that
Yeah.
this morning. I'm like, yo, fuck it, I'm already like 10
it's
minutes
probably
late.
safer than rushing.
Yeah, because it's like, what am I gonna do? I can't get any later than I already am.
I mean, you can.
You could.
I mean, you can't. I mean, yeah, you can be like 10 minutes can go to 30 minutes fast, but like, but shit, at that point, as long as I show
Like,
up,
if you're
you know
already
what I'm
late,
saying?
you're late. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Nah, for real. Cause 10 minutes, I think is like, anyone should be lenient with 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes is like, it's fine.
They were really strict though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yeah, like my 3rd time, they're like Kayla. I was like, oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, I felt more bad about making my friend look bad because he got me hired. So
How long like did you stay?
I was only there for maybe like 2 months. Like it was like the summer. I don't even think I made the whole summer.
Yeah, you ain't want that job.
Not really.
You ain't really want that job. You just like, yeah, I'll take it.
It was fun though.
Do you feel like it taught you a lot about the gallery scene or just like the art scene in general?
Not really. I mean, there were more like focused. Like their exhibits were already there, but it wasn't like we were more focused on the experience and like the kids that were coming through. And so, yeah, we would like have codes, like if there was a lost child, like, and then we had to be like on the walkie, like trying to figure out where their parents were. Like,
That sounds crazy.
yeah, there were a lot more lost kids than I would have thought.
Yeah. Kids are a nightmare. I just feel like
I got a 5-year-old. He's not that bad.
yeah, whenever like you work with kids still, like people are always sick, like you're always sick or you're always
Yeah,
so many accidents, no? Because you're always sick, no?
Yeah, I guess they get you sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
It
been
happens.
working with kids since like a really young age. I feel like I was even before I could really get a job, my mom made me sign up and volunteer at the library and like read to kids, or like I always just had to be doing something, and it was always just like it always kind of involved kids. Or like even when I first got my first job, I was a park district counselor. Like I was like 15 or
nice.
16.
Wow.
For the kids.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you got
Everything for the
younger
kids.
brothers.
Oh yeah, I have
yeah.
4 younger brothers.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's
So
like
I've always just like been around
Wow.
kids.
Are you the only girl?
Yeah, I'm the
Wow.
oldest and the only girl. so.
Damn. That's super crazy because I don't have any siblings.
Oh, okay.
So like just 4 younger. It's like if I had 4 younger sisters, I'd be like, oh hell no. That's a
And
lot.
it's so funny. Like my dad had just called me the other day, and we were talking about how that one time we had took like a family vacation to San Francisco, and like there was just like one point my parents were so sick of us that they just dropped me and my younger brothers off at the mall, and like they paid for us to go watch a movie, and they were like, okay, we'll pick you up after the movie's done.
Hell no.
You know, like when you're a kid, you're kind of fine with it, right? Because
Yeah, I was just like, all right, cool.
That's like some I don't know, that's some crazy that's like no crazy shit, but that's like some damn unorthodox. You know what I mean? Like just go see a movie. Like
Yeah.
I know-
Asian parents?
So my dad is half Filipino, half Mexican, and my mom was just Mexican.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, I'm only a quarter Mexican.
Nice.
Or quarter Filipino. my
Quarter
bad.
Filipino. I
Wow.
see. Damn. So how did you get into like baking cookies and stuff all the time? Because I was looking at the Instagram and I was like, damn, these are A1.
But
Because
even
like
decorating too.
Yeah,
Decorating, I feel like, did you just like
crazy.
was that out of nowhere, or were you just like
Yeah,
practicing at
I
home
kind
before
of
you?
I'm
feel
sure the
like-
art background helps with. Like,
Yeah, I kind of feel like I just don't like things to look ugly, you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, not that I'm like a super perfectionist, but I really just like the visual appeal of things, and it's just like if I don't like it, then it's just like, okay, what can I do to make it look better? Like even with baking, like I love that it tastes good too.
Yeah.
And like it's just like a sweet treat, but it's also just like, okay, but this could always be better. And that's I feel like my thing with everything is just like it can always be better. And sometimes it's a great thing and
Yeah,
not so great thing.
I feel
Because
that
then I'm just like,
100%.
okay, at what point do I just not keep adding on to this or what everything? So it's like a kind of a give and take, and when you do need to stop and just like, okay, this is what it is.
Because it takes a long time, no?
Yeah.
Like even just the baking part
the
of it
cakes,
too.
yeah. I would have to like bake the cakes a certain day. Like I would have to plan my week out and be like, okay, this is when I'm gonna bake the cakes. This is when I'm gonna make the frosting. And then when I'm decorating everything, because then it's just like there's just so many steps, like adding the layers and doing the crumb coat, and then like making sure that it isn't fucked up. Like,
So I know you said it was like overwhelming when you're getting DMs and like people asking. Is it something that you want to turn into a business one day? Like in the right
wanna
situation?
Start getting more into it. Yeah, I feel like, but business, I don't know, because then it's like, at what point does it stop being fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe more of
So-
like just a hobby. Like you don't have to be. You can do it like sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's a special occasion treat. You know, like I'm doing my dad's birthday cake, which is in April, so I have enough time to think about that one. But
Is the
It's
bad?
just
What's
like-
been your favorite like cake that you made so far? Was it the Bad Bunny one?
oh, that one was kind of fun. Yeah, that one was actually really fun. But it was kind. I had to like. Oh, that one was kind of hard because my friend's girlfriend that I made it for. It was just like sugar free or gluten free, something like that.
Oh no.
And so I was just like, oh, I've never made this type of cake or frosting before. And I was like, okay, let me figure this out. But it turned out pretty cute. Yeah, and she said it was good. So
Yeah. So you didn't taste it or anything? You
I
just,
made like extra cupcakes for me to try it on. But I was just like, oh, you could tell that this doesn't really have sugar in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit the same.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, but it wasn't bad.
So if people wanted to like commission you for like cakes, you're not taking on any orders right now.
I really just depends on my schedule. So I don't not recommend people reaching out because I will just always respond. But yeah.
That's
Or
a
just
shame.
like-
I thought you were actually gonna bring some today. I don't know. I thought, hey, you know, I was
totally
like, hey, maybe it was a
would've.
surprise. I
I totally
didn't know.
would have.
I want a cake. I'll order a cake on your
No,
birthday of
I was
you.
really just joking when she said that. So now when she said like I would have, now it's like yo.
Yeah, if I knew.
I guess like what being in like like the streetwear type of industry and like just like any other industry, like what's like the hardest part about being like a woman in this industry, and like what do you wish you could like change maybe
Yeah,
if
I
there
think
is anything.
really the hardest part is being a woman. And it's just like I feel like this is so like the streetwear scene is just such a boys club that it's just like like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just like some guys just need to hear something from a guy and then they'll get it. Like I can say whatever and just like, and it just like doesn't
register.
Register with them the same way, and it's just like, wow, that fucking sucks. But because then it's also like not like so much of a struggle, but it is hard to still stand my ground and not come off bitchy, like, or they'll be like, oh, well, fucking Kayla, ew, like. But yeah, it's kind of just like pretty hard to navigate with like being very what is the word, like to be very direct and not hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah, I feel like I'm that kind of person too, where it's hard for me not to be so straightforward with people, I guess. And people think I don't like them.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm just trying to get
things
done.
So do you feel like growing up in a house like full of guys helped you with that? Like, I guess being like you had to deal with like all your brothers and stuff?
Yeah, I've always had to be the leader of everything. So it's kind of hard to not be in charge of everything, because even I feel like when I wasn't in charge, I would still just be like, okay, this is how we're doing everything. And then because even like because at Fat Tiger I was just a worker, and then they were like, okay, you're gonna be the manager now, and I was just like, okay, well, now everybody has to listen to me. But
that just reminds me of this movie. Have you seen Triangles of Sadness or no?
No.
Damn. But yeah, it was just this random scene of like, it was like about a cruise ship that got stranded on like an island, and then the worker ended up being the only person that knew how to do everything, and she was like a Filipino woman, and she was like, I'm boss now. And I was just like, damn. You go.
But it's kind
it just reminded me of that.
It's kind of hard for like your coworkers to look at you in like a different position, because they're so used to seeing you as
that was a real struggle.
That they gotta respect you now.
But that's the thing. I feel like that's just growing with yourself, like within yourself too. Just to to be a good manager, you just gotta be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the bottom line of it. But like, of course, you have to get on that authoritative role, but it's like
because then it was also just like, I feel like at some point people were like hiding stuff from me, and I was just like, bro, just fucking be real. Like, and it was just kind of just like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Do you fight a lot with your brothers? Like,
I feel like they fight more with each other now, because like I don't see them as often as I used to now that I live by myself. But when they do sleep over, it's just like, oh my God, like, why are you guys even arguing? But they could not live without each other. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, because that's what I'm kind of worried about with like my son, and like it's like brotherly fighting, because he has a younger brother too, step brother. Well, I don't know how to describe that. Like from another guy.
Yeah.
Like they're just gonna like, I know the fighting's gonna happen eventually, and it's like I always see, because I'm an only child, so I can only look at it from like an only child.
You gotta scrap.
Yeah.
You gotta scrap.
That's crazy to me, because like I would never want to fight anybody. It's just
like me, like, but I grew up, you know what I'm saying, with my sisters. Like I'm the youngest, so we never scrapped. It was like we always like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got into it. Yeah, like we got into it, and it was like that. But
it doesn't turn into like WWE at the house.
Nah, I mean, it was like one time I remember we went to this play. It was like a family day, like in the city. I don't know. I feel like this is the day, like, you know, like I felt like I found out I had like strength. You know what I mean? Because we went to this play, and my sister like Vristy. It was Vristy. So she went. We were like running to the car for like the seat. I think the front seat or whatever. And she was just like trying to jump on my back and stuff, you know what I mean? So I didn't flip her off, but like I like kind of like shoved her off, but then I
Right.
like picked her up and like moved her out the way. My mom like looked at me like so like she was impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like
She was
my mom told me
impressed?
like damn like. But that's the day she's like said like yo like she saw it in me.
Interesting.
But yeah, I like
You didn't
lifted
get
her.
in trouble.
Nah, I like lift, but I didn't like throw her down. I just like moved her. I just lifted her up and was like moved her and like ran to the front. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You got to go through shit like that. It's not like crazy, but
Yeah.
it's the opposite with y'all because you got all brothers, so they crazy. I know they crazy for sure.
Yeah, well,
Right.
the younger two, they're one is 13. He'll be 14 in July, and then the other one is 17. And it's just like them being teenagers has just been so bad. Like I don't know what it is. It's just like the hormones or something, but it's like they just cannot get along for anything. Like
It's
they're
like
always
puberty.
arguing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God.
It's like inevitable.
Yeah, because I was talking to my dad about it the other day too, and I was like, man, because they're always like, when can we sleep over? I always like, but they always want to sleep over, and I was like, we need to come up with like a point system where you guys like hang out for a bit without fighting, and then like
I want to play
yeah.
This is not gonna work. Not at all.
Give them gold,
Right,
gold
'cause-
stars and
Yeah, because I'm like right now it's like they have to finish their chores before they come over, but it's just like, man, I'm like they need to do something else because they're just I don't know, like they can't get along. Like lately we've been taking turns, like oh one of them spends the night this weekend and the other weekend. But it's just like, man, I'm like we just can't all have a good time together. Like come on, man.
that's cool though. You're like the cool big sister and like they look up to you.
Yeah.
I'm boss now.
Right. Right, I'm like y'all are here with me. Y'all gotta listen to me.
But she's been saying that though. She's been the captain. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yo,
I guess, do you have any thoughts on like the newer generations and just like the streetwear scene? Like a lot of new stuff is popping up in like Waker area and like all these like stores are coming to Chicago.
Because you were able to see like Fat Tiger from the beginning, and like even from you said when he was in Pill Center, just like
Yeah, because well, I feel like the craziest thing that has happened within the past year or so was the Supreme store
Yeah.
popping up. But I mean, like most of my homies work there, so it's like we go in and we're like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
So it's not like super weird. I feel like some other stores, like we go in and it's just like not as friendly. I feel like.
the times I've only been in this store like 4 times,
Yeah.
but I mean the vibe like
Yeah.
I was cool. But I've talked about it on other episodes too. I've went in like stores like probably like early on, like going in like when we were younger. I don't know, just feeling like not like you feel
not
me in the
well
shop and
received,
shit.
or
Like
just
it's not like
everyone's looking at
Yeah,
you
I
like
could.
you're
Well,
about to
because
steal.
from me, I feel like we were always so like adamant. Like Joe and Rello and everybody was just so adamant. Like you have to say hi to everybody that walks into the door.
Mhm.
Like, and we were just like, okay. And I feel like we were just such a welcoming space to come into, and it was just like, damn. I'm just like, I feel like everybody tries to be too fashion. Like,
Mm.
oh, what are you wearing? You got these on, blah blah. I'm just like, bro,
I see you with those
right.
cement threes on.
And it's just like, damn. Like I just feel like everywhere else is not that friendly.
Except user friendly. Friendliest podcast in the room. That's true. We've talked about that a lot. Do you ever want to open up like your own store, or do you think you'll always?
Oh no. Being behind the scenes, I would never open up my own store.
Sure.
At least by myself. It's just like I know people were like, "Do you want to have your own brand?" I'm like, "No, never." Like,
It's just a lot of work.
yeah.
I mean, but it's just a choice. Like you do other things, so I mean, you essentially like
Like
you
if-
are your own brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you already do. You bake. You know what I'm saying? You do a lot of shit, so you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Everybody has their own like lane. You know what I'm saying? Their own things they want to do. So
Yeah, like if I
Just be
really
that.
believed in my graphics and everything, that I was just like, I would push to do that, but I just like, I don't even like thinking of what I'm gonna put on a t-shirt. Like I would not do that to myself.
Interesting.
I mean, do you think like, I don't know if it's rude to ask what year you were born, but like, what do you think about like the younger kids nowadays and like what they like to wear and what they want and
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh,
know.
it's so like how young are we talking? Like
Astro Boy boots.
like 18 years old?
Yeah, but grown
Astro
people
Boy
wear
boots,
Astro boots.
they're
though,
being
like,
delivered to my house.
Really? Really?
Well, yeah, David had got them.
Yo, that's
Wow.
Ross.
So-
Yo,
We love
shout
it,
out
David. We love it.
Yo.
we
Yeah,
love it.
what? Yo, are you gonna wear them?
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I'm about to put
Yo.
them bitches on.
I told him. I told him I
Yo.
seen Seth Rollins in them. I'm not gonna lie. That's the fleest white man.
I
That's
need
the
to-
fleest white man in all sports entertainment. I promise you.
I need to see them. They
Right,
look
like I'm not
crazy.
gonna wear them outside of my house, but when they come, I'm gonna put them on.
Yo, damn.
So do you get true to size with those? Like, what do you do? Like,
I don't know.
you go down to size. Like, how do you make that decision? It's scary.
I don't know.
Because if you
David
get the
was
Yeah.
true
trying
size
to
and
get.
they're just too big, it's like, fuck, can I return these?
Did you get true to size? Damn.
Oh, true.
Oh, okay.
I would just get the bigger the better. I don't want to get stuck in that.
Yeah.
Right,
Right, I
right.
can see people get stuck in them.
Are you scared of getting stuck in them? No. Okay. Yeah. Damn. That's amazing.
Yeah, but it's like when I like coming down to my brother's age, he's 17. It's just like, bro, you really want these UGG boots?
Yeah. What do they like? What do they like?
Yo, those are crazy.
That's how I'm like, bro, you really want these UGG boots?
Oh, they want those too.
Yeah, that's how I was
Damn.
like, okay, like the shoe ones that you can tie. And I'm just
yeah.
like, I'm like, really?
The shoe boot.
Yeah, but
shoe.
but no, I feel like every time they come over too, they steal something from my closet, and I'm
Mm.
just like, damn.
You said your dad was like a graffiti artist, or is a graffiti artist. Do you feel like I don't know, we relate in that our parents, they didn't really support us
Okay.
growing up, but like you have a whole different perspective, right? Because he's
Yeah.
been like instilling this onto you. How do you think he feels about like what you do? Like, is he proud of you? Is that
I
it?
hope so.
Okay.
But I feel like growing up, it was always kind of like, let's figure out what you're really into, and then like how you can use that to like boost your career or like actually make a living off of this.
Nice.
I felt really bad, and I thought that he would be mad that I never finished school, and then I brought it up to him and we talked about it, and he was just like, no, I don't care. I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay,
see, that's-
okay.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
like very rare, right? That's not like, I don't know, for me and like the people that I've grown around, like our parents.
Yo, my parents would smack me so hard.
Yeah.
I feel like if I would have just told my mom, like, I dropped out earlier,
She would have been happy with it.
nah. But it probably but it would have been like better if I, like, you know what I'm saying, than keeping it than like not telling her
Oh,
at the
true.
time. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, because you lied.
I didn't lie.
I
just didn't tell her that I wasn't going to class anymore.
Oh no.
But
Omitting the
Shit.
truth. and-
yeah, I mean, shit, she was not like, you know, it was.
Hiding. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't.
I plead the
didn't-
fifth.
Yeah, you know, hey, it is what it is. Shit, I'm out.
That's funny.
But he was okay with it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very grateful to have had parents that were just like, as long as you're happy, and it's just like they kind of didn't care.
Mm.
Nice.
So that was really refreshing, and I feel like my brothers aren't as grateful for that now. I'm like, they're still teenagers, but it's just like, bro, all you have to do is get good grades now, and you just gotta like figure out what you want to do later. But they can't see that yet. So
Everybody's shit is different though.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Do you know what time it is?
what time?
Of course
is
I
it?
do.
What is it?
It's snack time.
It's
Snack
snack
time.
time.
It's snack time. Snacks.
It's snack time.
Snack time.
It's snack time.
Snacks.
It's snack time. I'm glad we got the beat back. It's snack time. Yeah, yeah. I missed it.
All these snacks.
So
All these snacks.
yeah, please tell us what we have today.
All right, today we got.
Yeah.
How do you say these? Kitty?
Kitty? I don't know.
Jogurt. So I go to this international fresh farm market, and I always find like snacks from all over the world. So we're gonna rate it from 1 to 10. Sorry.
Is it strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Strawberry yogurt.
Mhm.
Oh, what?
Mhm.
Mm.
Oh, was that a good? What the fuck?
Where's this from?
Yo, I thought this was gonna be like ice cream.
I think it's like Polish or something.
It reminds me too much of a Milky Way,
Mhm.
and I don't like it.
Mm.
It's like a strawberry Milky Way.
Yeah.
but I don't
Not
like
a
that.
Milky Way. I'm sorry. Three Musketeers. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Three Musketeers.
Oh,
Milky Way is in
no.
the same class as that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry,
So,
I can't do this.
It's like Serbia or something.
I'm not mad at it.
yeah,
But-
it's like not the worst, but it's just like
Yeah, I
yeah.
like it. What do you?
It's
Really?
It's really sweet too.
I get like a
think
5
that's
out of 10.
the thing that saves it is strawberry.
Mm.
I would say 5 out of 10.
For sure, I agree with that.
I think
Four
that's the
and a
first.
half.
Oh, I was gonna say that's the first time we all agree, but never mind.
I'll change it to 5. I'm sorry. You can laugh.
All right, can you play the song again as we go back into the pod? I just missed it. I missed the song. We didn't have it on the last episode. So.
I feel like the last couple.
I'm gonna start DJing like this. Oh fuck!
If you had advice
I fucked it
for
up.
like the younger generation, what would it be? For like your brothers, maybe? It's a lot of pressure, I know.
I would say really follow your heart. I feel like there's so many people that care about what everybody else thinks about them, but it's just like, or even like how they're doing something, or like they just need so much advice on doing something, but it's just like if you know what you need to do, then just do it. It's kind of just like, I don't know. I feel like the more advice that I had gotten in my life, it kind of just like messed me up, not like on my path. And I was just like, I'm like, oh, well, these people don't even know like what I'm going through, or just like, so it really is like everybody does have their own path. And just like, there is no one route to take to get there.
Like trust your instincts. maybe?
Yeah.
That's a good advice for sure. It's because like we know what we want to do, we just don't know how to like get it out, or like we don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it too. I feel like a lot of the time, so I kind of feel like discouraged and just like lazy with a lot of like the progress of like trying to do work and stuff. But that's because I just feel discouraged, and that's what causes the laziness. But
So it's like an endless cycle.
yeah, it's
How are, you,
hard.
how are you gonna break it?
I just gotta get to work. You know what I'm saying? Gotta slap myself and get to
Yeah.
But
work.
that's you still know what you want to do though. You know, like
Yeah,
at that point
that's the
essentially,
thing. That's
it's just
the thing. I just need to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it's really hard to just actually do the physical work.
Yeah, especially if like you don't know what direction is going towards. It's kind of, I would say, yeah. I used to feel really discouraged too. That it was just like, well, what am I doing this for? Like, but it's also just like, I feel like you just gotta find your pocket, and once you find your people, because it's really just like you need kind of a community
Definitely.
Yeah.
to do everything. And it was just like, that's why Fat Tiger was like my saving grace. And it's just like, shout out Rello, Joe, Des, Vic, AZ, like they really, I feel like helped me. They really helped me figure out my voice, and I'm able to be who I am now. Just that them being older than me too helped, because it was kind of just like they were really like a guiding voice, and that's what I feel like has helped me the most. Cause I would be like, yeah, I think about doing this, and they're like, Kayla, what are you talking about? Like, and so I'm just like, oh, okay. They're like, no, like you're gonna do this this way, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But that even goes back to when we were talking about like, it's like and like even people like older than Kayla, older than us, you know what I'm saying? It's just like showing us like being patient with like the younger generation, and like giving them like opportunities like to us, so we can, you know what I'm saying, and continue to say their names, you know what I'm saying, and like push them forward, you know what I'm saying, keep them like, I don't know, just everybody keeps each other. Thank you. I'm sorry. Everybody like, I don't know, they do their part, you know what I'm saying, like, and then we do our part, and then I don't know, like brings it all together, so we never stop saying who helped us. You know, like I don't know, it helps everybody stay in the circle and everybody stay relevant. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like the biggest part of me being who I am right now is Fat Tiger, and that's just like, damn, like R.I.P. Fat Tiger, but damn, it's just like that was really like a space that I was able to grow in and like work, and still being able to grow while working.
So was it a difference from going from managing that to like managing a whole space, like just by yourself?
Kind of, because I feel like well, at that least Cherry Mountain, like we got a whole new staff and everything. And so I feel like kind of now everybody's just like, oh yeah, Kayla knows what she's doing. And I'm just like, yeah. But I feel like people never know how young I am.
Yeah.
And then like when they find out, I feel like they're just like, oh, like, because I mean, everybody's almost like 10 years older than me.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, I feel like when they find out my age, they're just like kind of like, not discouraged, but like look at me a little different. But also I'm just like, yeah, bitch. Like,
Check the resume.
yeah.
The
You've been
resume
doing it for-
long shit.
Yeah.
With like younger brothers, do you hear them say the word Riz a lot?
Oh my God, yeah.
What does that mean?
Bro, it was like,
Please.
I don't know what that means.
What
at
the
all.
fuck?
yeah, my brother was like, he got the Riz. I was like, what?
So is it like game? Because like it took
Kinda,
me a while
yeah.
to catch on. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Where did it come from?
I have no idea.
The Riz.
The Riz.
Or is it the Riz or is it just Riz?
I think it's just Riz.
I think
Okay,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
Riz. Like, he got
Like,
Riz.
look,
Like,
We
Or
sound
like she got
old as
rizzed
hell
up.
now.
Like, yeah.
The Riz.
Yeah.
That damn means I shouldn't be saying it.
There's always like some new lingo, right? There's always something
Yeah.
new. Yeah. That's funny.
because I'm like, before Riz, what were we all trying to figure out? I can't remember. Or even like doing the gritty. I was like, what are we doing the gritty on
Yeah.
Damn. Someone's like making up all these things in their computer,
Yeah.
typing away. Super crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I just keep seeing a lot of random videos lately of like just things that aren't even true, or like they're just lies, and like random videos of like,
Especially with all this like deep fake shit.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
it's super crazy. Like I don't
Like, how do you even make that?
yeah.
Like,
I don't understand it. And who do you think is making all these things? It's just random.
Younger kids. Yeah. Like at the crib. You're bored. I don't know. Because how do you know what's real and like.
Exactly. Some like robots are like making
yeah,
these
like
videos.
some of these deep fake videos look so real.
Yeah.
But like, what
I'm
are they
just like,
about?
whoa.
just anything, bro.
They'll have like a conversation between Joe Rogan, Joe. What's our president's name?
Biden.
Joe Biden.
Oh, like on the reels and shit?
Yeah, like it
Oh,
looks
they'll
so
put like
real.
sad music?
Barack Obama.
Oh, it's not real?
It's not real.
No, they're just using their voices and their faces.
No,
Yeah.
what?
Dude, technology, AI has
Yeah.
controlled Instagram now.
No, the thing is
Oh.
like there's so I mean, yeah, but there's so much content out there
Now
that
the
you could
phone's
just
now the phone's gonna hear it, and I will be seeing them shits tonight.
Right.
You,
The phone
you
already
It's gonna
Right.
pop up on
Yeah.
your.
you probably have been
On
looking
your
at it
feed.
and you didn't even know.
I thought I was watching Joe Rogan podcast. Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
you can get
Isn't that
rizzed
kinda
up
scary?
by Joe Biden. Yeah. Yeah, and then all these but you're talking about more like accidents and like the trains and stuff, or you're not talking about that? Did you guys like have you guys noticed like all these train derailments?
Mm-mm,
Train?
I have not.
Yeah, like the trains that have like chemicals on them.
Yeah,
and,
I
Oh.
kind of heard about that shit. Like semi trucks
like,
of chemicals.
derail and there's a whole bunch of accidents.
It's
I don't know.
green?
Damn.
Is it green?
It's all sorts of colors.
Mm.
Chemicals, whatever, smoke and
Yeah.
I saw this one about lightning, and like it was like a ball of lightning like going through,
mhm.
and I was just like, "This looks pretty real," but also how what?
And why?
Yeah, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's just getting crazier and crazier. I feel like just on all these things.
It's so hard because are you supposed to just like focus on your own life, or are you supposed to really like pay attention to the news?
Because I really didn't. I've seen the pictures. Like I said, I've seen like a picture or two, but I haven't like noticed that was
Yeah,
a real
I guess
issue.
if you're just living life, you don't really care. Or like you don't have to be on your phone that much, right?
Yeah, or like I don't know. I just haven't like. I guess it just wasn't in the feed, and nobody was really talking about it.
Yeah, everyone's algorithm is different.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's only 1 month till Coachella because me and Pablo are going to Coachella and shit.
Oh, fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, super warm weather. Like it's gonna be 85 probably or something, like high 80s compared to like I don't even know.
To what it is now. I mean, the weather's been kind of weird here too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you guys looking forward to anything this like upcoming summer? Because it's still like on the tail end of like.
I live right by Harrison Park, so I've been debating if I want to buy these Michelada Fest tickets or not to go see Prince Royce.
Oh shit!
And I'm just like, oh, he's so close. But I'm just like,
You can just
"Damn."
hear from your
Right, I
apartment
could just
and
sit in my
shit.
yard
Oh my
and-
god.
and hear him. But oh my god, yeah. I think I am gonna fold and buy some tickets.
Hmm.
Are they a lot?
Royce.
I mean, it's like a 150.
Oh,
okay.
that's kind of a lot.
But yeah,
Like a
because I'm like, to
festival.
be at Harrison Park? Like,
Yeah, but at least it's not gonna be like a long commute.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we would just pick him at my house and walk over. But I'm just like, Prince Royce.
My girl sometimes talks about that, and then Sueños too.
Yeah.
And, like all these
Festivals.
groups and bandas and shit.
Because I think Grupo Firme is gonna be over
Yeah,
there.
she kept saying that. I was like, that name is so funny. Or like, ¿Cuál? Or like, have you heard of them or something?
I haven't
It's like
seen the whole
Grupo-
lineup over
Grupo
there.
¿Cuál or something.
Okay.
It's like all these names are just funny to me. Like, his name, like,
Would you go?
I'll go if she wants to go, I guess. We're not gonna tell her no. I'm going to Coachella. Like,
You sound like you want to go.
I'll go for her.
Love wins.
Yeah. And then St. Patrick's is coming up. I'm not really like, I don't really care for it that much, but it's cool that they dye the water,
Yeah.
the river.
Yeah, that I don't know. It's always kind of strange to me.
I've never seen them like do it. Like I never went down there to be like,
I just always see it green. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like St. Patrick's Day here gets so crazy for no reason.
Everyone's just drunk as fuck.
Right. But it's
Belligerent.
it always happens to land on the weekend of my friend's birthday.
Hmm.
And so his birthday is the 12th and we're celebrating on Saturday, which is the 11th. And it's just like I'm like, man, last year I think my friend and I, Jazz, we were done by like 5 p.m. And then David had to take us home.
Because you start pretty early, right?
Yeah. I know they're trying to go to a bar crawl at 8 a.m. I'm like, I can't even do it.
No.
Can't do
join
it.
them around like 10.
8 a.m.
Maybe
Can't
like
even wake up
11.
for work for
Yeah.
8 a.m. Damn. That's super crazy.
But if you usually start drinking early, like it's like throughout the day, it's less easier to float. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I don't know.
Definitely a vibe. I would rather do daytimes than go out
Yeah,
at
for
night.
sure. Nighttime be too much. Like the other night, I was like, damn, there's
Yeah.
too many people. I'm like, hell no.
That's when the fights start. When it's
Right.
late.
It was a fight.
There was?
We left right
It's
before
always-
it was a fight.
There's always gonna be a fight.
Oh, it was before it was like
St. Patrick's.
something happened in that
Yeah,
bitch.
something did happen.
We left like right, like literally it was like a minute before. And we're like,
Brian
oh,
was that
shit.
twisted. A sight to
Hey,
see.
That shit was, I was in there for real. First time.
Very, very, for real.
Uh,
So you guys aren't popping out for St. Patrick's Day then?
Not,
Yeah,
not
probably
I.
not.
Not
Probably
I.
not. Probably not.
Might be a little.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in.
I'm gonna let them have this one. I'm gonna let them have their holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I just randomly heard, I was reading something and they were saying that the Taste of Chicago, they have no spot for them this summer. And
Oh
they're just-
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I did see that.
Yeah. So like
That's
it's like one of
crazy.
those long ass traditions that has always,
Mhm.
been
So
around.
it's just not happening?
Well, I'm sure it might happen, but they just don't know where to go.
I think they were trying to move it to Navy Pier, but
Yeah, they're saying they
Okay.
have
I
yeah.
don't-
Because of
I don't know.
NASCAR, because of NASCAR.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
Yeah. That
Wow.
that's gonna be really wild.
I
I'm
guess-
excited to see what that is.
Everything's gonna be
Like,
shut down, so much traffic. It's gonna be insane.
I'm
I
trying to
feel like.
compete.
all right, put me in, coach.
Damn.
I'll be on the radio headset with you.
Hey, for real.
Yeah, let's do
Hey,
it. Let's
whoa.
do it.
What's bro's name from Malcolm in the Middle?
Frankie Muniz.
He's a NASCAR driver now, right?
What?
Oh, wow.
He is.
Yeah, so maybe he'll come
What?
out to Chicago.
That's sick. That's kind of
Crazy.
crazy.
Maybe I could go get Frankie Muniz.
You roll down the window and you're right next to him. It's like, right, like some Fast and Furious shit.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was watching Taxi the other day with Queen Latifah.
I love that movie.
And that shit happened in with her. I was like, damn, she was racing Jeff
What
Gordon.
you want? What you need?
Same concept. But yeah, she raced Jeff Gordon. It could happen.
That's crazy.
It's a great movie. Nobody really likes it, or he gets like a bad rep. Like,
Yeah.
Jimmy
It's on the-
Fallon.
But I didn't know he did anything until like recently. I was like, what happened to bro? Like he still like does his thing. I'm like he was
He's
like,
got a whole
but he was in
daily
no,
show.
like of course,
was
but
like,
like it was a
yo,
time where he was in like he was in movies like a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I don't know. It was like the time he was starting to like star in movies,
Mm.
but then like it just stopped.
Like
But,
before
he's definitely
his talk show, or
yeah before the talk show. But he's definitely going.
Maybe
crazy
he got
with
the talk show and he couldn't do movies anymore.
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
What do you guys think about all these like shoes being like re-released? Because I couldn't get them in the first time.
What are you pointing at?
Her shoes. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
The cement threes?
The white cement threes reimagined.
Reimagined.
But they're like reimagining like a lot of things now.
Yeah, I mean, what they got like a yellow tint to the sole or something. Like it's
Yeah. But they haven't like really done that shoe in a while. I feel like.
yeah.
I like that though. I mean,
I'm
because
like-
it's gonna happen regardless. So
Because I
Might
mean,
as
Might as
well.
well switch it up a little.
I feel like the classics are always just like you either have like a super old version or just like because I mean I feel like these are such a classic that it's just like
Mhm.
when are they gonna re-release
this is
them?
my favorite.
Yeah, it's
Jordan
just like-
ever.
Really?
They still have
Yeah.
the Nike
You gonna
Air
get
on
a
the back?
pair?
Like black cements, like with threes in general, like
I'm like-
cement, like threes. Like
Okay.
if I could wear any
But
shoe,
these are the kids version.
but those are the kids
Yeah.
version are always the best ones though. Damn near. If I could wear like any shoe for the rest of my life, it's like that. That's like my cartoon shoe, like cement threes. Black cement
That's what
Cartoon
your
shit.
cartoon's gonna wear?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but these I had to do a half size up because they always hurt my feet. But these feel pretty good. These are 5.5 in kids.
Nice. So you don't think anything of like because they're gonna do the 4s again, and then
Yeah, I saw that. But
they might do the Royals again.
I spoke about the Royals before, and it's just like, bro, why are you doing satin shoes like on all of these? And it's just like satin doesn't sit well being like on a show, on a shoe, and it's just like, and I get it. I feel like some of it's like a cash grab, and it's just like Nike needs more energy, but it's just like, why don't you just like make? Because I feel like it is also hard to
It's laziness.
create another
They
real
lazy.
shoe that is just like that's gonna be a legend
Yeah.
or a
that's true.
classic at least. It's just like yeah, because it's just like you're just reusing these shoes and just like oh my god, like when the Flyknit ones came out,
Mhm.
I was like, bro, these are disgusting.
But it's
Like-
crazy how you see. You remember, like, I mean, even like being in Nike, it's just like you saw shit like just sitting. It'll be there for a year. You'll see the shoe for a year, and then you won't see it at all like the next year. You'll
Yeah.
just be like, damn, like this is like even like a decent shoe, but they just cut it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. They just it's trial and error. They just do.
because
Because
I'm like, what if we
different
released
shit.
this year? And I was just like, I remember the silver bullets, the 97s came back out this year, and I was just like, what the heck?
Again.
Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was just like, I remember when they had released when I was still back at Nike, and I was just like, oh, well, I'm going to get them now because I didn't have them before. And it was just like, oh, all right.
Yeah, we were talking actually before about foams,
Mhm.
and I seen some on the sneakers app, and I was just really surprised that foams were coming back out, and I was just like, damn. But
Right.
I've always wanted a pair of foams, but right now, like I don't know if I could wear foams,
It's
but
funny.
yeah, I've always wanted. Yeah.
It's funny because the way you guys talk about sneakers is like you want to get them because you couldn't get them when you were younger,
Yeah,
and that's
That's
just
what
gonna
a lot
happen.
happens.
It's gonna continue to
You're
happen
right.
like for future generations. Like
yeah. That's the trap. Is
like
that the
hella
trap?
FOMO.
Is that the marketing?
Right. Hella
Yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah.
I want to get everything that I didn't
Yeah,
get.
for
Like that I
real.
didn't have. Like that I know I want for real.
Yeah.
They're targeting you guys because now you got money, so it's like
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, damn, we just fell
Eventually.
right into
Yeah,
it.
I just noticed that shit because
I'm
like
a collector and a consumer. I'm sorry.
yeah,
And a
because
maker of things. So it's like it's all
Yeah.
you gotta be, you know.
So do you think it'll happen forever? Like they'll keep re-releasing?
We'll keep tricking them.
Re-releasing all these.
shit. I think so.
They have to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like it's inevitable.
Because they
Yeah.
would try different colorways and stuff
Mhm.
like for a long time. Like it was a time where like even like the Joker 3. I don't know, all this stuff. There was just so many random
Yo,
Oh,
that's
is it
so
nobody-
good.
the Gatorade
no,
one?
Yeah, like all this stuff. It's
I
like
hated those.
you know what I'm saying? No hate to those people who love these shoes. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. For
I was
sure.
But it was like
okay.
now like
That's true. Yeah.
I was working at like Foot Locker during that time
Gatorade
too, like
ones,
Foot Action.
God
I'm like,
damn.
yo, these shits are crazy. Like they look nuts. But they were just like doing shit and trying shit. But I hope like at least like that time is kind of over with. Just like as far as that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just release that color and don't release anything else. Like leave that shoe alone. But you know,
That's a good point, though. Is it possible to create a new silhouette or like for someone to come and
Yeah, that's the hardest thing. Like trying to make something new out of something that's still like old
Yeah.
and like relevant and whatnot. I feel like
Well,
that's
just like sneakers in general.
no, just like I feel like just like as a design aspect, like everyone always wants like the fastest way to like not change your logo but make
Mhm.
it better. And then it's just like what? You know?
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, like lately I've been noticing like all these restaurants and like everybody's so like trying to minimize. They're like,
Mhm.
I don't know if you've seen like the Burger Kings and the McDonald's, like they're getting like gray and like when they
Yeah,
used to be
very
so colorful,
boxy and just like
Oh.
it looks more corporate and just like
Oh.
it's not as fun. And then you start to see like
Are you
all these.
disappointed with the
Right, I'm like,
Burger
what
King?
McDonald's has a playroom still like that?
Right.
Like,
Damn.
I'm disappointed in like people who have like lack of color. I guess it's just like I enjoy color and I like seeing colorful stuff. Like
Yeah.
I noticed that I think in the last 10 years the most popular like sold car is gray. It's like crazy.
okay.
It's like before it used to be like reds or like blues and yeah.
It's
crazy
neutral,
thing.
you know.
Yeah.
It's neutral to
Right.
I
you.
guess
Yeah.
people are
Neutral decade. Yeah.
yeah. Someone should bring the color back.
You should bring the color back.
We can bring the color back.
Our shit.
Yeah.
Um
You like grays though. Your car is gray too.
yeah, but I didn't choose that. That's not yeah. Before we have one a couple questions. Because I'm just curious. You guys are into boxing or not? Because
What's up?
Javante Davis
It's time.
and Ryan Garcia are finally supposed to fight. They have a date.
Mm.
Probably like one of the most anticipated fights, I feel like. Because, you know, they're pretty good. Who do you think is going to win?
Tank, of
Sure.
course.
Versus who? Ryan?
Mhm.
He's Mexican?
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. They've never fought before, but they've always talked
He
it.
said
Nah.
interesting.
I'm like, I have no
Nah,
idea.
they have never fought before. This is like one of like, yeah, people are just excited because they're both so good.
What's their records?
Probably like Ryan Garcia is probably like, I'm just guessing
I
like
don't know.
15-0 and
Oh, but they haven't lost.
yeah,
Either of them haven't
Damn.
lost.
right,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah.
True. I don't know how to. Yeah, because my first instinct is to go for the Mexican, who's like Hispanic. But
Yeah.
that's just me. You know what I mean? Like,
Same.
I feel you. Ain't realistic though.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
gonna
don't know
be-
what
it's gonna
they're
be
like.
Because
cool.
what's
But-
the other guy?
Tank.
Tank, he's black.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
He's
Yeah.
under Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking.
So he's like cocky,
I'm taking.
Yeah,
like Floyd.
He-
Like he's like
kind of.
He cool. He cool.
I mean, you kind of have
I'm
to be right.
taking-
If you're a boxer, I feel
I'm
like you
making my
have that.
prediction.
kind of.
I'm taking Tank.
You want to bet?
Yeah. What round? What round?
I'll take Ryan if you take Tank.
I think if it goes over
I'm taking.
5 rounds.
Oh, I was gonna say 7.
Sure.
You need to be shorter than
I'm gonna
that?
take
me
Tank
see.
in 7 knockout.
Damn.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Damn.
crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a really good fight because they're so good. I'm gonna say Tank in
We're all just gonna give Ryan.
Tank in 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say Ryan in 6.
Nice.
Shit.
Mm.
Even the playing field for it.
You gonna have fun with that boy. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't even know this guy. I'm just
Right.
like
I don't even know this guy.
just for the sake of debate. But
Yeah.
how was Creed?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
great. Did
What?
you guys see it?
No, I barely
Wow.
watched the first one yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Nice.
spoil it.
Was
but,
it better than the other two?
The second one was really good. You know what I mean? So I'm not spoiling anything just for you.
Hey,
So you can watch it. But the second one was really good. But sitting on the third one, it was like damn. It was more like personal. You know what I mean? So even like him directing it, and like a lot of the shots he had were he said this on interviews. Like he did like a lot of like anime inspired type
Shout out
shots.
to anime.
Yeah, like based off like Dragon Ball Z and like all types of
Oh,
shit,
wow.
bro. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah, like the
I
fighting
think even
scene,
like
right?
him like directing it, like he killed it, and Jonathan Majors was like killed it too. You know what I'm saying? Like he crushed it. Like even all like the workouts and everything was just nuts. It was just more of a personal story than like what the first two were. But the second one was really good too. So, but I like the third one a lot. So
Nice. I want to go
finish
watch
them up.
that.
So go
Okay.
see it. I like it.
Did you see their photo shoot where they were kind of like hugging, and people were giving them shit because I don't know.
Yeah, they brothers, bro.
Yeah,
People tripping.
you didn't see that. Never mind. What about Scream 6 or 7?
Mm.
I can't believe they're still making movies.
I haven't seen.
Hey,
It's all remakes.
if
I
Fast and
remember seeing
Furious can make more movies,
Right.
you know, anyone can make
I've seen
more
the first
movies.
one a
Fuck
long
it.
time ago. Like, I don't even remember the first one for real, so I haven't even kept up with Scream.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this new one.
Yeah, but it's with Jenna Ortega.
Mhm.
But she's in the other ones though, right?
I think she was in like the last,
Oh,
no, the
really?
most recent one that just
Oh.
had happened.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Gotta catch up.
We'll see.
Yeah. Who knows?
All right. So we
You
got
some questions?
another
questions?
beat
Questions?
for some questions.
Asking all the questions. Asking.
Chris asked, "Do you like jalapenos on your nachos?"
Chris Lawford?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes, I do like jalapenos. I'm on
Ooh.
I never heard
Jalapenos.
that. Yeah. Jalapenoni?
Yeah, how can you not like jalapenos on your nachos? You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah.
I get extra actually. Not extra, extra cheese, but with the
Oh.
jalapeno.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos
On that Kaiser?
You'll
Gotta
never-
throw it on that
That's
Kaiser?
just-
You're never gonna be able to say it normal again.
Yeah. And
That's
it's so funny because I had to show Chris, because I said it, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" And then I showed him the video, and we were just cracking up.
Hell no.
Shout out, Chris.
Oh fuck. Do you like?
It is, yeah,
Do you
it's really
like-
good. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I just got into it like 2 years ago.
Oh really?
Back in the day, I used to be afraid of jalapenos
Why?
because I just thought I couldn't handle it. It's like,
Yeah. I just put one on each chip, though. Not too
You
crazy.
don't double up?
I mean, I could.
Hey.
One on each chip? That's a lot. It's pretty spicy.
I guess.
It's spicy.
But I like spicy.
that is a lot. Of
Like, I
jalapeno.
will keep eating even though my nose is running and I'm like, like breathing
Sure.
really hard.
We got another question from Kevin. He said, "Well, I don't know if you guys are into Harry Potter, but a new like video game just came out.
Yeah, I kind of want to buy that because
It
it's
looks
for
pretty
they have it
crazy,
for the
yeah.
Switch now. Like fuck it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kind of want to buy
Wow.
it. It's like a open world like Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know David's been playing it. I
Oh
didn't
really?
know.
Yo!
That's I'm like, I didn't know they had it on the Switch.
Is it worth it? Oh hell yeah! Okay, well,
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I've heard.
Okay, so we might have to get it."
Yeah.
Kevin asked,
Low-key, for
"What
sure.
would our Patronos look like?" So, for the people that don't know, Patronos is like a spell that embodies like a animal or like something close. I mean, Square to explain it to them. You watch.
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess, because Harry's was like the deer or like whatever it was in the movie, but
Like your guardian
yeah, I
animal.
guess, yeah, I
Oh,
guess that's
okay.
like what is that what he's saying?
yeah. I guess what it would look like.
I have no
Yeah.
idea. I'm just saying.
I would be Scout.
Oh, that's fire. Who's Scout for the people that know?
Oh, my dog. Little Shiba. Yeah.
Would it be a big version of Scout?
I don't know, because the bigger versions of Scouts, they're Akitas, not Shibas.
Those are huge.
Yeah.
I've never seen one in real life, but I've looked them up before. Massive.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. Yeah.
What's a Horcrux?
Oh, and then the Horcrux is like I guess what Voldemort put his soul into. So I guess like an object that you could
Okay.
put your soul into
Oh.
to hide it from other people.
My Patronus would be a gnome.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Mine would be a cow. A Highland cow.
It's like the same. Yeah, mine would be a pig. It would have to be a pig. But the Horcrux is difficult. You would want to hide it, right?
It
You
has to
wanna,
be a
like-
physical item or no?
I think so, yeah. Because
Okay.
like Voldemort. had
What
seven
would
of them or something.
what would your guardian animal? Oh yeah, your Shiba.
Yeah.
I forgot. That's pretty cool.
I would pick like something small that you could lose easily, like
That you can lose, so no one can find it.
yeah. I guess like a ring. Yeah, I feel like I always lose my ring, so maybe.
I always lose my keys. I put it in
Ooh.
keys.
That-
You
you're
be
going-
bare keys, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm
This is a
so
funny
scared
question.
of losing my keys.
I always lose them in the house though. I'll be like,
Oh,
damn,
okay.
like what the fuck? Or like in my bag, you know what I mean? Like I'll lose them in my bag type shit. But
Yeah, can't think of that one.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
We got one of
Thank you,
Jorge.
Kevin.
We got one from Jorge. He asked if does your father motivate you in any way? This is for everybody, and if so, how?
Me first. Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like he was one of my biggest role models, obviously growing up. I feel like when I was younger, I like got to choose between hanging out with which parent. Like my dad always seemed like the more fun one, and my mom was like laying down the rules kind of more. But yeah, I feel like I really do look up to my dad, and he's also let me know, like since I was so little, that it is possible to sustain yourself and being creative, and then like also getting to meet his friends that are doing something, and like even working at an agency, just like doing something that you're just not stuck in office, like hating your fucking job. But yeah, I look up to my dad.
Shout out our dads. Yeah, I look up to my dad in the way of like being a father, and like I've learned a lot from him, and just how to like be a role model for sure. That was the question, right? If we look up to him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if so, like yeah, if so, how?
Oh, how?
Mhm.
Yeah, just like he's taught me how to be a father, and just determined, or what do you call that? Discipline. Like, yeah, he's taught me how to be disciplined. I think that's probably the most important thing you could teach like a kid, like discipline. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dads are cool. I feel like my dad's pretty strict, but I feel like he's pretty inspiring, knowing that, you know, like people like that don't know anything, that just come to like a random ass country and just make a life. That's crazy. So yeah, that's
Shout out dad.
Yeah, shout out dad.
I even said like when my dad was here, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like that too. Like he taught me how to have like more fun, like to like compared to like not gonna say like my mom wasn't having fun, but like my mom was like always like more of like, you know what I'm saying, how like your my OG would be like in the books, like she's a hustler, you know what I mean? So she's always like trying to figure out how to like make a way, you know what I'm saying? Like make do, you know what I'm saying? Like always take care of us and shit. So regardless of anything, like yeah, it's kind of like that side, like being with my dad, like even him like performing in Navy Pier, like when they do like concerts and shit there.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I don't know, like their band jockey, I'll just be like carrying this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like doing that shit for like free pops and like food and shit, you know what I'm saying? He'll give me like some bread, like just like doing shit like that, but just like getting to see them perform, and like I don't know, like him just like taking me places, you know what I'm saying? Just like having more fun like that. So
Yeah.
like my dad inspired inspires like everything I do, you know what I'm saying? Like as well as my mom, you know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, very crazy, like, but yeah, dads are cool. And I got your dad too, you know what I'm saying? Like my homie's dad's to like, you know what I'm saying, like take that place. Like not take that place, but like yo, like have like people to look up to and be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like and like my homies who are dads too. So it's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So with your dad, Jason,
Yeah.
do you feel like he's like, is he funnier than your mom? Or is he like goofy? Because there's instances where like my dad could be strict, but
yeah,
he's very silly. Like
yeah, he is very silly.
yeah, right?
Yeah, but
just
he's just so like stubborn. He's the most stubborn person I've ever met in my life. So like that's pretty funny to me. Like my parents are pretty old, so they had me when they were old, but I don't know what age, but they're like in their like almost 70.
Okay.
So they're like, yeah, but my dad is like very stubborn. Like very like childlike sometimes.
Yeah.
That like the ideas and like why, like just like bro.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, would you say that you guys like see them now as people and not just like your parent? Because I feel like that was a really big awakening for me too. It's just like, okay, yeah, I see my dad as a person and not just my dad anymore.
Yeah.
They're starting to feel more like friends for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like even my mom and stuff, like yeah, it's like it's getting like that, but it's still like a growing relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just like always being the only boy in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a different like. I don't know. I'm sure you get this. I don't know how it is for like being like the only girl growing up in the house, but being like the only like boy, like it's kind of. I mean, I'm the youngest, so of course, like you know, what I'm saying my mother loves me, I love my mom. It's just like a different dynamic, like just like I guess like just growing up now, you know what I mean, just like really becoming like my own man, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, but
Because like, do you feel like your mom is? It's easier for her to let go, like, because you're the youngest.
so like you said, like say it one more time.
Like, it's easier for her to let go and like let you do you because you're the youngest,
Uh,
or not, like the opposite because you're the only boy.
Probably like not. Not saying she doesn't want me to, but it's like.
Mhm. But it's like, damn, this is my baby.
Yeah, like at the same time, I like think it's like a little bit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's yeah, parent dynamics are crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely see her as a person. I've seen her as a person for like a long time, but yeah, like I said, she's always like just inspired me just to get to everything, like even like sell candy and shit, just like make my own money, like just not, you know what I'm saying, ask anybody for anything. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, thank you, Kayla, for coming on.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for listening to another episode of User Friendly. Could you tell the people where they can find you or like follow you at?
Yeah, my Instagram is at Lil Kayla Faith, and
Or Be Real.
Do you have anything coming up? Do you have anything coming up that you wanna?
At this moment, no. I mean, if you want a cake, you can hit me up.
Let's get it.
But yeah, I was like, I don't want to give out my Be Real because I'd be too real on there.
It's just funny because I got the notification to do one.
Oh, really?
I took
Yeah.
a picture, I guess. But you can follow me at Pablo Trees.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
You can follow me at stayoutofvoter.com.
Squared Hill everywhere.
Let's go. Play that funky beat, Jason.
And follow us at User Friendly
Podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah. Another great episode. Might rap, might not. We don't know. We just go with the flow. I don't know. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's get these bars off.